Ah, what a wonderful day to start Homer's Odyssey. Odysseus started 10 years after the Trojan War ended, and he spent 7 of those trapped on an island with a woman named Calypso, who keeps him prisoner and refuses to let Odysseus go. The Greek gods from above felt sorry for Odysseus after years of suffering, except for Poseidon, in which Odysseus has angered, causing him to prevent leaving and returning to his wife and son, Penelope and Telemachus. But Poseidon is currently visiting Africa.
You want a combo?
No, I want 3-piece chicken.
You want 3-piece chicken?
With 2
All right, bet.
Leaving Odysseus alone and causing the Greek gods to act behind his back. After receiving a strong messaged order from Mount Olympus, Calypso had no choice but to let him go, and helps him make a raft to escape and depart from the woman and island. Unfortunately, Poseidon returns from Africa, notices that Odysseus has escaped his prison, instantly spots him on sea and shipwrecks him instantly with his powers.
Althena, who is
Bro,
the
who are you and why are you taking my job?
Althena, who is the goddess of wisdom, strength, and truth, helps Odysseus and makes him ashore on the island of Phaeacia. And then a beautiful princess discovers him and takes him home to the palace of her father. I said, and then a beautiful princess discovers him and takes him to her father's palace.
Wakey, 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 it's time for school. Come on. Wake up, it's time for school. Come on, man. Are you ready for school?
The crowd treats him as a guest and urge him to reveal his true identity.
Oh my lordy lord, is that a
banana?
Can I please have a piece, please? Oh my god, mama, Curious George.
After Odysseus eventually reunited with his men, they traveled to the floating islands of Aeolus, who then gave Odysseus a bag containing wind. With that wind, Odysseus and his crew managed to make huge progression during their travels. Odysseus fell asleep when Ithaca was in sight, but his crew thought the bag of wind he kept was treasure he wouldn't share, so they opened it and all the wind went to waste.
Here, take this. What's in here?
Aeolus refused to help them again, so they were forced to sail slowly for days, until they reached the land of monstrous cannibals, and only Odysseus's ship and crew escaped. After reaching a thickly forested island, Odysseus sent half of his men to explore, but only one came back to report that the goddess Circe has lured the men with food and wine, then turned them into pigs. Odysseus did eventually find them and forced Circe to restore their men. But before Circe allowed Odysseus to leave, he had to journey to the land of the dead, to eventually learn about his return home. After passing the challenge, the kind Phaeacians give Odysseus loads of gifts to take home, letting him leave fast on the shores of Ithaca. On the way home, Poseidon turns their ship into a lump of stone for people even daring to help Odysseus. Odysseus is still sad for not being home after 20 years, but the goddess Athena meets up with him and tells him the truth, that during his absence, a group of men from different locations moved into Odysseus's great house, thinking he's dead. Athena disguises Odysseus as a beggar and promises to help him later, but first she tells him to seek shelter with a swineherd named Eumause, while Odysseus's son, who had set out on a journey to find his father, barely escapes an ambush planned by the suitors and secretly lands on Ithaca. While Odysseus was listening to Athena, he also goes to Eumaeus' hut. Hearing the swineherd informing Penelope of Odysseus's return, Athena appears in front of the disguised Odysseus. Odysseus started to fight back against the suitors and group of men that stole everything from him. With his trusty bow and arrow, he obtained from a present and was still there in his basement, slowly taking out nearly every single person all by himself, causing a whole entire bloodbath and massacre just from a single person. Odysseus finally reunites with his son and lovely wife after so long. But word got out to the public that Odysseus killed multiple people in his own home, and a whole retaliation was about to happen against him. But Althena appeared herself, talked it out with the rest of Ithaca, and Odysseus finally reached the end of his journey, being home with his family.